It is the 4th. My friends, I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Tank. It's Labor Day. Everybody's out there not laboring, hopefully. A lot of people are. If you are laboring today, hey, thank you for doing your part. I appreciate you guys doing what you guys are doing so that I can have a day off and go get some sales and some deals out there in the real world. In any case, if you guys are not and you guys are enjoying your Labor Day, thank you guys for being here, watching the content, hitting up the channel. I really do appreciate it. It is the bear market. It's hard already as it is. So any interaction and all viewership is highly appreciative, of course. Guys, today we're going to be talking about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like we always do. We're going to be touching base on what's happening out there in the markets. Not much to do with the traditional markets because the traditional markets aren't open right now. They're closed, right? But crypto is ever so open. So we're going to be talking about that here in just a little bit. Before I do want to give a humongous channel sponsor shout out to Kajira.network. They are our channel sponsors. We really, really do appreciate the Kajira team, the Kajira ecosystem, Kajira community. Thank you guys for helping us do what we do. Bring you guys just opinionated content each and every time that we go live. If you guys want to know more about Kajira.network, check them out, Kajira.network. You guys know the dealio. Actually, let me give me 1 second. Let me put that in here real fast so that you guys who are watching this now or later can just click that link. Check it out in the comments. I'll also put it into the YouTube information down below later. But yeah, shout outs to Kajira.network. Really do appreciate you guys. Much love. Also, man, my allergies are back again. It's just draining. Excuse me. Also, want to give a huge shout out to some friends of ours, guys. Again, this is just me saying things personally. Not an official channel sponsor or anything like that, but I do want to give a humongous shout out to Crypto Dungeon, hardworking validator team within the Cosmos ecosystem. Definitely check them out. Consider delegating to Crypto Dungeon. Really, really do appreciate those guys. Been getting to know them quite well over the past few months, and I honestly can't speak any more highly about them than I already do. They have great infrastructure. Very professional guys. Both of them hold doctorates in the real person, like real muggle world. Yeah. So if you guys are looking to help out a validation team who is committed to doing good within the Cosmos ecosystem, I try to point these out all the time, right? Check out Crypto Dungeon, guys. Check them out. And then again, I just want to give a quick heads up and let you guys know we are putting on NFT Nashville. If you guys don't know about NFT Nashville, you guys definitely should know about NFT Nashville. It's our event that we're doing, obviously, about NFTs within Nashville on November 4th. You guys can see it here. NFT Nashville is the website. I'm sorry, NFTNashville.io is the website. Definitely give it a look, guys. Our tickets are available right now. They're $80 a ticket. We only have a limited amount of tickets, so definitely get yours sooner rather than later. If you guys are anywhere close to the area, even if you're a state away, definitely consider doing so. We are trying to put on a really great event. We have a lot of great things in store when it comes to that event. Some great speakers, some great sponsors. As you guys can see here, Stargaze, our main channels, our main event sponsor, Gelato, Astrovault, Bad Kids, Omniflix, Game of Nodes, and yes, Crypto Dungeon, Rack FM, Maneki Neko, Terra Spaces, Inner Block. Guys, we have ONFT. We got so many sponsors. Like look right here. Cosmos Spaces, Atlas DAO. Guys, so many sponsors and speakers and people that are going to be there at that event. Definitely don't miss out. If you guys have ever wanted to be part of a Cosmos ecosystem event here in the United States, now is your chance. But yeah, definitely don't forget about that, guys. With that being said, though, I do want to just go ahead and jump on into the markets. Let's go ahead and bring up the charts very quickly. And let's actually jump on into it. Like I said, Dow Jones, Russell, the NASDAQ, S&P 500, all of them, right? All of the indexes, they're not moving. It's closed. So what do you expect? It is a holiday. Cheers, by the way, drinking a Manhattan for this holiday. But yeah, so nothing really happening there. Let me go on into Bitcoin then. Let me slide up into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down today 0.30%, which is trading at 25,891. We basically took back everything that we just recently pumped off of and then some. In fact, we saw price action take us as low as 25,340 after that humongous little rally that we had, right? Like, call it what you want, call it a humongous little rally. Tell me I'm, whatever. I kind of agree with you guys on that. But we did see price action raise almost over, it was almost 9%. It was 8.8%, give or take, right? Like, that's a decent rally that happened within a day. So humongous rally, whatever you want to call it, sure. It was a significant rally. Be it that it may, what goes up does come down, and we are retracing back down. If you guys don't remember, I did tell you guys, you have to be taking profits. That's my big thing, right? Like, that's my whole thing. I don't give you guys financial advice. I just try to nail it into your head all the time about when you're in profits, you should be at least considering taking profits somehow, some way when it's in front of you. I said it like I do all the time. When you see tremendous moves to the upside like that, they usually get taken away. And so you got to lock in those wins while you can. I did. It wasn't anything crazy, but I did lock in some wins. I'm free and clear. Basically, I'm right back to sitting at the position that I was sitting at before. Not attached. It's all good. It's whatever. Um, but yeah, so it's come back down, and now we're in a really sticky spot. Give me one second. Mm, 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 mm. Cheers again, Cosmos ecosystem, and the rest of the crypto landscape. This one's for you. It's been a great 2 years, a great last bear market, if you will. Mm-mm-mm. Cheers, cheers, cheers. By the way, look at my hair. Look how long my hair is going out. I gotta get. Remember, I had long hair. I don't know if you guys have been with me for a long. I had long hair, cut it short, now I'm growing my hair out again. Anyway, look at that. It's starting to get longer again. Look at that. I gotta cut it. Look at all that gray. Um, but yeah, so it is what it is, guys. I did post something out recently about where we are. Let me actually find my other Bitcoin chart, and share it with you guys. So let me share it with you guys and go on the monthly here. Okay, I posted about this, and it's nothing like groundbreaking or anything like that. Like, anybody with a brain between their head or between their head, I guess, could have told you this. Like, we're in a really sticky, interesting spot when it comes to the Bitcoin price. This is the Bitcoin. Oh, you guys can't see it. This is the Bitcoin price on the larger monthly time frame. We're looking at halvings. This is the vertical lines are the halvings, right? The 2011 halving, 2016, 2021, I'm sorry, 2020. The expected 2024, which is in April. It's in April. It's not too far away. Um, that's the halvings, right? And then I'm showing you guys the length of the appreciation or bull phase, depreciation or bear market phase, and then anticipation, which is this phase right here. I've been showing you guys the total overall length of when we peak out in the bull market and stay in the downtrend and anticipation phase as well, right? Usually, this is just all we can go by is numbers and data from the past, right? That's all we can do. Excuse me, Dan. Mm. Apparently, I'm going to get drunk on stream with you guys. Um, the one that lasted between the 2011 and 2016 cycle lasted when we topped out 973 days, give or take. In the next one after that, it was 882 days. Right now, we are spanning, projecting at least, or we're aiming to be in this phase for about 913 days. That's on average from the last two before the one that we're currently in. 927 days, 927 and a half days, I should say, on average, that we stay within this kind of weird phase before things start picking up again. That's 927 and a half days is the average time that we've spent between the last two cycles. That's, giving us an idea of how long we should stay in this phase. Now, again, just to show you guys, we're projecting 913 days, right? So we're already beating just barely the average that we should actually be seeing ourselves stay in this awkward price action. With that being said, though, we are kind of repeating. If you guys haven't seen this, if you guys haven't really like zoomed out, let me share it with you. We are kind of repeating what we've done in the past with price action. Look at this. Not exactly, but things don't have to exactly rhyme. They do come close to it, though. They don't have to. I'm saying it backwards. I'm drinking already. They don't necessarily have to do exactly, but they can definitely. Fuck, I'm saying it wrong. I'm already getting in my head. It doesn't have to do things exactly as it's done in the past, but it can damn sure as hell rhyme. And this is what I'm trying to get out to you guys right here is you see in the past, back in this price action, let me zoom in for you guys. We came down on this average line of support. Look at this trend line of support, right? All the times the price action wicked down there. We came down and really scooted our butt on it for a long, long time before eventually pulling away from that line and having our bull run, right? Here you can see that when we came down after peaking out, we definitely touched that line here. Boom, we touched it, right? And then we're off. Look, we're doing what we did in the past yet again. It's coming close to damn sure as hell rhyming as it's done in the past many times before, yet again, right? So, really, really critical that we actually stay in trend of doing similar action with price. But we definitely can't break that trend. And that's what I meant by we're in a very interesting time. And it's really easy, right? Like that's a really complicated way of explaining everything. But when you look at this, like as long as we don't break this trend line and literally cut down below it, we're still okay. But we're just above it right now, just barely. But if we cut below it, like that's not good because we've never seen that happen before after making a trend line, right? And we have a trend to stick with right now. And so just some food for thought. When I posted that on Twitter, that's what I was referring to as being in a weird predicament or important part within the Bitcoin price action within the markets, right? Like that's what I was trying to allude to when I made that post. Let me go ahead and check the. Let me go here. Okay. Let me check the streams. Make sure I'm not missing any questions. I don't think I'm missing any questions. It's probably super slow. Nobody's watching anywhere. Everybody's like F crypto. Everybody is like, it's not funny. Everybody is like F crypto. Nobody wants to be here. But anyway, so that's the Bitcoin price action on a monthly time frame. Looking at everything as a whole on a zoomed out approach, right? We cannot. Let me just say it again. You see this trend line right here? We cannot, or I guess we can. Anything's possible, right? But it would be preferable if we did not cut below this trend line, which we're just above right now. 22, 23 is the range. I preferably like to stay like a little bit higher, like we are right now, 25 half, 26 even, before we start kind of seeing things turn around for us. But we got to look at the fundamentals. We got to look at the price action. We got to look at the narratives that are out there, right? We got to ask ourselves about liquidity. All of that comes into play. And so I'm just kind of watching what happens right now. If somebody was asking me before, like, what is this dotted line tank? Like, honestly, guys, that's where I think conservatively, well, not even conservatively, but a little bit of bullish conservatism. I think that if anything, if we do see price appreciation during the next halving or after the next halving, we're going to see it come up to about 155, 143, 155, somewhere around there. I don't think it's going to be like crazy like before. We just can't. It's all about liquidity, right? You know how much money would have to come back in there? So, and it's getting harder and harder to come by anyway. So it's fundamentals, right? It's fundamentals. So anyway, that's what that was. If somebody was asking me before, another thing that I want to show you guys with Bitcoin's price action is the market cipher, super psychological, horrible, bearish, not good red dot that appeared on the monthly. Look at that right there. That's usually a sign of sell pressure to be expected in the future. So RSI's rounding. We're still in positive money flow, right? Like when you look at the monthly, we've been in positive money flow for a long time. That's represented by the chartreuse color here and this green bar down here. But guys, like, look, we are showing this. Like, what if this time things are different? Like, right? What if it is different this time? So we are showing a red dot, which we haven't seen in quite some time on the monthly time frame for the Bitcoin chart. Not good, right? Not good. Let's see in the weekly. The weekly, we've just dipped back into negative money flow. You can see that down here on the bar, right? Negative red being negative money flow. See the daily. Daily is negative money flow, RSIs pinched together, rounding coming back down here. Just stuff to think about, man. Like just stuff to think about. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's gonna hold up here. Maybe, right? Like maybe. I personally don't really care if it holds up here. I'm just accumulating on my TCA zones. Yeah, I might have spent a little tiny bit of money here, but like that's the plan. I don't know where the bottom is. So I deploy capital whenever I want. So, it's hey. Hmm. Manhattans are so good, dude. Manhattans are so good. Anyway, by the way, I also want to put out to anybody watching, especially here in a little bit, because I definitely want to talk about a few things that I did personally, right? That I got a lot of flack for, a lot of criticism, or maybe people are wondering why, Tank, why. I definitely want to talk about that. So I invite anybody, if you guys want to come up and ask me questions about this next topic here in a little bit, definitely do so. It's an open invitation to anybody that wants to come and watch or wants to come and ask. So yeah, that's what I got for the Bitcoin price though. We're down, obviously. Don't look good, right? No bueno. Um, yeah, that's all I got to really say about that. Solana down almost a whole percent, not looking good. Coinbase, I can just like take a look, or I can just take a look at market cipher B, and not even look at the traditional markets and give you everything I need to know about what I'm seeing on the charts. But if you guys would rather see the candlesticks, sure, we can do that. We're on the daily time frame, by the way. So this is Crow, or Crypto.com's Crow. It actually had a little bit of a pump today, which is insane. It was just pretty insane. It pumped up. I'm sorry, was it today? It was the other day. Yes, yesterday. It pumped up pretty big, actually. Pretty. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. How much was that from that low right there on average? I was like, wow. Why 4%? What are they doing? I don't understand what happened there. I missed the bus on that one. Um, Going to Bitcoin, we already talked about Bitcoin. Dot down to 0.64%. It's coming down to my first line of interest. I'm still not interested though, to be honest with you. That's just TA stuff speaking to me. But that first line of interest was right around where we are right now, 423. The next one is 361 and then 275. It's all about fundamentals. And I'm still not interested, even though I have those, hey, pay attention marks on my chart. I'm still not interested. No offense to the Polkadot ecosystem. It's kind of hard for me to be interested in a lot of things, to be honest with you. So just being real about that. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let's go to ETH. Oh man, ETH. ETH is at 1626. Honestly, though, ETH's just going sideways more than anything. Like it's. I know a lot of people are bored with ETH, but ETH is held up in retrospect, like in comparison to everything else as well, quite well, to be honest, within this range, right? Uh, I'm not complaining. Like, guys, I do have points of interest though, going further down. If we do go down from here, again, it's going to be $1,000, basically 850 and 512. My fourth one would be much lower than that. But yeah, like, hey, it is what it is. We're just kind of going sideways, getting through the bear market, getting through the next halving. Adam, down a whole percent. Guys, we're going to talk about this in just a minute too. I understand, but I got to be real when I'm reading the charts. I'm just going to read the charts for what I see them. Right now, not looking really good when it comes to price action and TA. We have this down trend line of resistance that is far away, needs to get broken out of. It needs to get broken out of. So it can't keep holding up as resistance and holding our heads underneath water here. If we do see price action ever do turn around for Adam, it still has to really overcome not only that downward trend line, but look at this first dotted line that I told you guys, which is my first of four for my DA was 750. That's a big level of average price action in the past. Look, boom, boom, right? In the past that we need to overcome going forward. And so even if we do start seeing things turn around for the price action of the Atom token or Cosmos, we need to get above 750 basically before we start changing any kind of narrative when it comes to bullish price action TA wise on the charts. Fundamentally and technology wise, like Atom's great. The Cosmos Hub is great. I mean, it's evident by how much people have chosen to build using the Cosmos SDK. We just really got to find a way to bring back true value, not dust, not anything like, but true value for the Atom token holder or Atom speculative investor going forward, because right now everybody uses the Atom SD or the Cosmos SDK. Everybody wants to build within the Cosmos ecosystem because there's so many benefits, right? Reliable, secure, fast, effectively cheap for in comparison to a lot of other places to build upon. Great. It's a great place. It's a great place. Great fertile soil to build upon. We just got to find a way to sell that soil or to monetize or capitalize on that soil as far as the Cosmos Hub goes. I think there's some few. I think there's some interesting discussions out there right now into how we can capture that value, few and far as they may be. Um, there are some discussions out there that's being thrown around right now on how we can possibly capitalize on the monetization of the soil that we all like to build upon or use to build upon. But that's a whole nother discussion for another stream. I don't have time for it today. With that being said, though, in just a second, I want to talk to you guys about the submittal that or the submission I just put in regards to the AADAO Accelerator DAO, and give you guys like a little bit more insight as to, after thinking about it for a long, long time, why I've done so. Secret though down. I'm sorry, it's not down. It's actually basically negative. I can't speak today. Oh my gosh, it's basically flat and not doing anything today. It's not positive and or negative. It's up 0.08%. It's still trading at 25 cents. Juno is down 4.25%. I do have something to say about Juno. I mean, do I have anything I want to say about Juno right now? I've been shouting. I feel like I've been shouting at the mountain. Is what I want to say. I feel like, like I did the effort. I'm doing the effort, and I did the effort. I'm still going to do the effort, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm shouting at mountains. What I've been saying is happening. What I've asked everybody to think about doing is not happening, and it's like you got to ask yourself, to what point is it just not worth being a nice guy or even trying? Like, I have nothing to gain, like financially. I've already gained like a lot. I've already like, so anything that I do have, trust me, I'd like, it's whatever. I'm not doing any of this effort to try to do anything other than be beneficial to the network and to the people that would like to see something hopefully happening for Juno. But there's, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm shouting at the mountain sometimes. You know what I mean? Check out Balancezone. That's all I gotta say about that. Check out Balancezone.zone. Let me show you guys what that looks like really quickly. If you guys don't want to sell for a loss, you guys are just frustrated and you guys just want to like prove a point maybe or something, anything, whatever it is. Take the power into your own hands. Check out Balancezone.zone and swap. It's definitely slowed down, right? Because we've been trying to work with, but I'm about ready to start picking up things again. Balancezone.zone allows you to take the power back into your own hand, both socially and financially. It allows you to utilize the things that we do have that are beneficial within the Juno network. But yeah, like it doesn't work unless you guys actually want it. So it kind of, it is what it is. We've so far had 7,059 Juno swapped. 798 balance has been minted. The Juno Development Fund, which again, I've been saying this, but I've been kind of like, forgive me, hey, I guess forgive me a little bit. We definitely do need to find members, but like honestly, it's hard. I say it every time. Nobody wants to be members of anything. Nobody wants to do anything. Everybody wants to complain, but nobody wants to do anything about it. So kind of hard. We still are looking for members to be part of that multi-sig for the development fund, the Balance Developer Fund, and the Juno Developer Fund. The Balance Developer Fund has 684 Juno. Not much, I know, right? But it's all about how much you swap in it. The Juno Development Fund has 705. And then we have burned or will burn. It's in a wallet right now. 5,647 Juno out of existence once we actually have that fully capable within the Juno network. Does it happen? I don't know. We're just doing our best, right? We're just doing our best. That's all it is. So reach out to me. or Mole or the Raccoon guys. Uh, not Raccoon, not Rack FM, but the Raccoon guys. Totally different. Mole and Zapper, totally different. They are different, but they're not. It's kind of hard. It's weird. It's weird. It's awkward like that. But F it. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. But Balance now, I think one of the only ways to see a path forward for Gino currently, unless certain things happen. Again, I've been yelling at the mountain. I don't think I'm going to hold my breath too much longer over it. But look at that. Juno even down further, like 13, basically 13 cents, 13 half. Seeing new lows after new lows after new lows after new lows after new lows. We can sit here and talk about things until we're blue in the face. But that community pool is going to be worth nothing soon if we keep doing that. You guys probably should have took a little bit of risk putting some of that community pool funds that aren't doing anything at all for us right now as a network, as holders, just being real, and took a risk. You took a risk on, and you actually gave and paid to give stuff away, which is absolutely insane to me, by voting for Stride and putting more stuff on Osmo. Like, you guys don't even understand. It's insane to me that you guys are paying. It's insane to me that you guys are voting yes, and I'm talking to validators more than anything. It's insane to me that you guys are voting yes to pay to give away more value. You know that's what you're doing, right? With the other proposals that are up right now, you guys should have probably took a risk and been voting more yes for the whale program for sale, and or you guys should have been taking a little bit more, paying a little bit more attention, or paying a little bit more mind on maybe earning some of that sweet protocol or platform earned liquidity, I should say, uh, with Astrovault or any other thing that's similar. But you guys don't, because you guys are, I get it. You guys are emotionally scarred. You guys are now scared to death to make any kind of moves. Everybody would rather not spend any money at all whatsoever. But you guys don't understand that it costs to run things, to operate things. But it rather than understanding that and running leanly at cost to operate, you guys are paying to give away value, even and exasperating that, and even more. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just a bunch of knucklehead people that don't know anything about business, financial responsibility, or scalability, or scaling business, or any of those ability things. To be honest with you, again, sometimes feel like I'm just yelling at the mountain. I guess I am kind of psychotic. I'm just trying to do good, man. I'm just trying to do good. I'm trying to be real, and sometimes being real hurts. Sometimes being real hurts people's feelings, but I don't really care about people and their feelings. I care about, like, what's beneficial. Like, if you can't handle it, get the fuck out. Like, really? Tashas got 150 balance and counting. Would love to contribute to the multi-sig. Nice. Hey, send me a message. Are you friends? Are you be friends on do I not have that? I will reach out to you, or send me a DM on Twitter or here somewhere, or on Discord as well. You know what? I'm gonna go back and figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out. Would love to. Would love to. I appreciate that, man. Junior validators voting, not very good. Yeah, yeah. They're not very smart. I don't care how that comes across. Like, not very smart. I swear, if you pay for all this stuff, you're running your operations at a loss. You're just paying to run at more of a, like, it's insane to me. Like, if you guys ever really wanted to keep this going, core 1, core 2, validators, anything, like, you guys need to stop doing what you guys are doing. You guys don't know shit. I'm just being real. I'm just being real already. I'm just trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be your friend by telling the people the truth, right? Like, hey, look, y'all can come at me. It's all right. Anyway, let's move on from that, because, like, I will say the Juno working group, which I'm a part of, does have some cool things happening. I'm super excited about that part of things, but, like, people don't care about the innovating social structure that's being worked upon. They only care about price action. So that's unfortunately the only thing people care about. Let's move to Evmos. Evmos down as well, 0.4%, new lows after new lows. Evmos trying also to do things. It's hard, man. It's hard for these these platforms and protocols. Osmosis down 0.62%. Again, just finding lows, just finding more and more lows. Apparently, it's structured to be that way, which is mind-boggling to me. It's insane. But yeah, what are they trying to like dress it up to be? Is like, oh, centralized liquidity is meant for liquidity to be reduced, but more centralized. Like it does. I'm sorry. I have no idea what professor told you that was a good idea, or what like it's cool in theory, but real world applicational kind of like use cases and implementing totally different. Totally different. We need liquidity. We need dirty liquidity. We need liquidity just left on the floor. We don't need concentrated nothing. We need the pulp. We need the dirty stuff. We don't want any kind of filter or nothing like that. We just want all kinds of liquidity all over the place. That's what we need. We want all kinds of liquidity. But what do I know, right? I'm only a multi-million-dollar business owner. I only have $1 million in the bank. I just bought $1 million penthouse condo. Like, what the fuck do I know? You know, I only have 3 businesses. I do all this crypto stuff sometimes. Honest to God, guys, I do this crypto stuff, and I'm gonna segue into this next thing. I do this crypto stuff. Sometimes I have no idea why, because I don't do it for any kind of financial benefit whatsoever. This whole entire time I've been giving away to this ecosystem and to the people that watch the show far more than I've ever taken in. Like I appreciate the support, I appreciate the views and stuff like that, but I'm talking about like financially, I've given away fucking thousands. Let's be real, thousands to this ecosystem. I've given away time, advice, financial benefit, like just giving it away. Any like thousands. Like I have no idea where people are coming up with stuff sometimes when they try to make comments towards me about either how I'm a scam or something else. I'm like, show me, show me. Anyway, let's talk about that though. Mm-mm-mm. So the AADAO Accelerator DAO recently just put out a document or a post showing everybody within the Cosmos ecosystem what they recently just funded with their grants program. One of those that created quite a bit of controversy amongst all the others. It's kind of hard, but like it was funding CryptoCito for 4 months for $40,000. After I'm just gonna let's just leave it at that, right? But so funding content creators, uh, which I think is good. Like content creators should make. Not just saying this because I'm a content creator, but I do think that like look, crypto projects need marketing, right? Any business needs to market itself. One of the things, and the whole reason why I started streaming Cosmos focused content was that I recognized that the Cosmos ecosystem had did a really bad job of marketing itself. You know, it's just part of the beauty of Cosmos. It's a double-edged sword, right? Like the sovereignty is self sovereignty and the ability to kind of govern yourself and have all these little micro economies within an economy and all this other stuff. It just is what it is. It's cool, right? But it's really hard to sell that. It's really hard to market that. It's really hard to scale that. And so like I picked up the torch and I ran with this saying, I don't really need, and I don't need financial alley oops or help from anybody. I really don't. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that sounds, but I really honestly don't. Um, this all could go away. Everybody could go away today. I'd be absolutely fine. Matter of fact, I'd probably be a lot better off, to be very honest with you, because this stresses me out and takes more from me on a day-to-day basis that does give me like way more than any of this. And so like I'm just being real, like, right, I do this because I find it interesting, because I like the people within it, because I actually think I can make a difference. And that's all. In my humble life, I've come to realize that you get what you put in, right? And so like this is my way of putting back in after receiving so much. Like, right, like it's giving back, right? This is my way of doing my part. But I'll be honest, like I said earlier, I feel like sometimes I'm just yelling at the mountain. Um, and it is frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, it is. But I've been doing this for over 2 years now, somewhere around there. Over, especially in the Cosmos ecosystem, over 2 years now, with basically no help other than a few times from organically from the ground, from the community, and or from Kajira and eMoney. That was it. These are the only two platforms that ever gave two shits to say, hey, we actually like what you're doing. We like what you're saying. Thank you. Let's try to help you in some way. And you know what? Even with those, I never sold it. I told them, thanks. It's more of a social um like olive branch between you guys and the community members, showing that you guys are committed to the people that are trying to do better. So like I told you money, like, look, I was just gonna go stake it with the people. Like I don't need the financial, but it's nice, right? It's an olive branch. Same thing with Kajira. You guys know I stake most of that Kajira and I use it to give back to everybody. I don't benefit from it. I take like $50 here and there. That's nothing. I spent that at Chewy's today and that wasn't even my whole meal. That's nothing. But people want to say the minute you do anything like that, that you're a grifter, that you're whatever, whatever, whatever. And there's I get it. 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 But know who you're talking to and know who you're talking about before you please go about running your mouth. Because when you're talking to me, I can prove it. Or I'll just ask you, prove it to me how I've grifted people. I've been here. And so, yes, I recently just put in an AADAO Accelerator DAO after seeing what happened with CryptoCito and seeing the AADAO Accelerator DAO basically beg people to submit for content creation. Guys, it's already hard. You know, you don't make anything for being monetized on YouTube unless you're like the higher up. And even then, it's breadcrumbs. Try to get your people, try to be on Twitch and get people to subscribe to you, even if they have free stuff. Nobody does it. You don't get paid as a content creator other than like finding somebody that wants to take a chance on you, like maybe Kajira or E-Money when they were a thing. I know they shut down their thing, but even when they were doing their thing, even when they're going through the hardest thing, they still supported me. It's hard. It's super hard. And then to do that while catching flack from everybody and their mama about anything you do. Guys, I launched my first ever NFT project, Maneki Neko. I shared it right back with everybody. I never took any profits whatsoever. One of the highest war chests still out there, probably within the Cosmos ecosystem. To this day, I still have not realized anything from that because I just gave it right back to everybody. I've made a commitment to everybody that anything that I did would have to have a far more benefit that to the people watching or supporting than myself, because I don't really need it. I don't. I hate to brag, but I don't. But I'm a man of my word. I'm committed to it. I want to see the things that I know that I've implemented in my life get implemented in some kind of ways here. And if I can do something about things, I'm going to. But you have to open your mouth. You have to not just talk about it. You have to be about it. And so I chose to dox myself, pick up a mic, preach what I know, show people what I know, not financial advice, and be a man of my word and lead by example. And yet people will go out there and try to bury you for no damn good reason other than to protect their own grift. And that's fine. I get it, right? The minute I came out here and picked up this mantle of being a content creator, I was told that I was socially appropriating the name IBC Gang because I trademarked it. Get with it. This Web3 crypto blockchain world that you live in is not a fantasy world. There's a reason why people do things in the real world and Web2 in the legal world, and it's made sense for decades now. There's a reason. I'm a businessman. I trademark whatever I can, whenever I can. If it's my name of my channel, I don't want other people ripping me off and grifting me. So I came up with it. I saw that, hey, IBC Gang is something that's already trending as a saying and as a hashtag. Why don't I just go with IBC Gang? Because that's what we want to be, right? It's the IBC Gang. Monetize it so that nobody can sell merch off, and it's a merchandise. It's an advertise. It's a merch. It's so many people don't understand this either. Trademarking. There's so many different things that you can trademark. You can trademark all kinds of different IBC Gang. You can trademark technology. You could trademark apparel and merchandise. That's all I did, was so that when I have a channel and when it does get monetized on YouTube, which I am monetized on YouTube, somebody couldn't go out there and sell t-shirts without my permission off my hard work. I got called out because guess what? The inner circle of validators that were validating within the Cosmos ecosystem, then they had a secret Discord that all of them would talk in, and it was labeled IBC Gang. They didn't like that. Well, fucking get good. If you guys wanted it, trademark it. UK, what's going on, man? Love you to death, brother. So I'm sorry, like this might actually ruin a huge chance that I have of getting funding as a Cosmos content creator from the AADAO. I don't really care. I'm going to be very upfront, very vocal about who I am. I've always been that way. And if the Cosmos wants to actually invest into the people that's been investing into them, it's not even the Cosmos. The AADAO is just a collective of people that could literally make they make their own decisions, right? Invest in people that are real. If you want to keep investing in the like whatever, fine, whatever. I don't. They could tell me no. It'd be just another day for me. I'm not going to change who I am. Period. Matter of fact, let me actually share with you. So let me go into it. So if you guys know, right? So that's. I'm sorry. I'm kind of going on tangent. It is what it is because I'm sick and tired of people talking smack to me, talking about things they have no idea about whatsoever, whatsoever. So let me share with you guys. Let me share with you guys the full submittal. I'm sorry, via my Google Doc here. This is literally the questions that you get asked when you submit a funding request or a grant request from the AADAO. And this is every answer that I gave to them so far. So the first one is describe the project in more detail. And I've said the IBC Gang LLC is a Cosmos ecosystem focused social media company that aims to build brand awareness for the Cosmos Hub by producing content that highlights the protocols and platforms being developed within the ecosystem in hopes that it generates interest and drives traffic to and throughout the Cosmos ecosystem. We also aim to build brand. We also aim to build brand and ecosystem loyalty by building relationships with existing users during our live streams. If you guys don't know, one of the things that really separate me versus everybody else that's out there is I do live content. I tried to do the pre-recorded stuff. I don't find it very genuine because you can easily cut out all the bad things and you just talk about the good things or anything that you want. You put yourself in this nothing but great light that you want to encapsulate yourself or frame yourself in. And that's not genuine, right? People want trust. People want transparency. Live streaming is the best. As you can see, I've messed up a million times. I've gone on rants that probably shouldn't have happened, but this is me, right? This is me. And so the way that I know to build rapport is by actually interacting with people. And live streams are the only way that you can do that, really. The next question says, describe the goals that will be reached if the grant is successful. The IBC Gang would provide a minimum of one video on YouTube and one Twitter or X space a week for 3 months, covering hub governance, social and technical developments, along with any necessary ecosystem news. This is the same format, I'm just being real, that a validator and the community voted for, along with other validators and the whole inner circle and everybody within when it comes to Cosmic Validator. This is basically the same format. This is just me doing it more than once a week and on multiple platforms. The more exposure, it's all about impressions, right? The more exposure, the more times you're out there, the more readily available you are, the more impressions that you get, the more chances you have to be seen, right? So yeah, instead of one every week, we're doing, or I think theirs is like one every other week. We're doing two on two different platforms, which we have monetization for both of them already, and a bigger following. So we'll do one on each platform each week. If applicable, the next question says, please identify the milestones that could be used to break up the granting process. This is strongly suggested. This is not being a content grant submittal. This is not like a protocol submittal for a grant. So there is no milestones, if we're being completely honest, that you can actually set forth for yourself that will be justifiable and or fair to both the AADAO and myself. So I just put not applicable because it's not. Um, what am I going to say? Oh, if I get X amount of followers on my one video, then you guys owe me the next amount of funding. No. Either fund it or don't fund it. That's how it goes. You either see how it goes or you don't. Don't be half in, half out. That's not doing anybody else justice. That's not doing the Cosmos Hub justice. That's not doing viewership or the potential viewership or myself or them any kind of justice whatsoever. Be in or be out. Be committed or don't commit to it. Describe the expected timeline for the grant completion. Like I said, 3 months. I think that's more than fair. How will your project drive Atom value? This is, I think, the thing that more people need to hear than anything else. Okay. Um, Try to stick with me here as I explain this to you. And of course, they say explain with metrics. But again, it's kind of hard when you're talking social media. By the way, before I get into this, you can't really throw out any kind of tangible metric uh, to track. Not even Cryptocito could, like, nobody could tell you how much Cosmoverse, Cryptocito's videos, or anybody else actually generated new wallets that were significant amount or significant in any kind of way that are going to bring value back to the Cosmos Hub. Nobody can say that. Like, oh, I have 50,000 subscribers and 5,000 viewers on every one of my video. Great. How many of those actually made new Kepler wallets? How many of those actually brought more value, new liquidity into the ecosystem? You can't track that. You can't track it with any analytics that any one of the social media platforms gives you, and I don't know of any other way to track it within crypto. So it's just not fair to even ask that when it comes to this kind of content or this kind of request for sponsorship with content. So with that being said, let me kind of explain to you guys my answer here. I'll just read it to you. The Cosmos Hub and the Cosmos residents suffer from a huge social sentiment problem. Transparency and trust building should be one of the main focuses for the ecosystem as a whole. Increasing the number of content and content providers for the brand Atom of the Cosmos Hub is a proven and great way to reach and grow your target audience. Like I said, it's all about impressions. Believe you me, I do this in the real world. It's all about it. That's why we have billboards. That's why we have graffiti ads, like when you're in the bathroom and you see things. It's all about impressions. That's why we have commercials that run over and over and over on any network. You might not even want some Cheerios, but if you see Cheerios like 5 to 7 times in a set amount of time, you're probably going to think the next time you're in the grocery store, I want to buy some Cheerios other than anything else because you've seen it more, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at when I say that. It is a proven method of doing so. Active live streams instead of passive or pre-recorded content engagement also gives people a certain level of trust via social proof. Kind of like what I was talking about earlier, right? You could do a lot of pre-recorded videos. You can leave comments on them, but you're not really interacting. You're not really getting the genuine person because you can edit those things and you can come across as however you want to come across or frame yourself in any kind of light that you want to frame yourself. It's not very genuine. So it's not very trust building. It's not very relationship building when it comes to trying to touch base with your user base and create that kind of interaction or relationship between the two. So again, I'll read that to you guys. Active live streams instead of passive or pre-recorded content engagement also gives people a certain level of trust via social proof. If others are commenting, sharing, or engaging during a live stream, it gives people more confidence in the brand that is being discussed. While most brands prefer to use pre-recorded videos on platforms, live videos can boast twice the engagement rate. For example, Facebook brands account, Facebook brand accounts, with between 5,000 and 10,000 followers enjoyed an engagement rate of 1.12% on average for live videos compared to only 0.59% for pre-recorded videos, right? It's kind of like obvious, right? Another interesting metric to keep in mind is that from 2020 to 2021, the video watch time on Twitter, now known as X, increased by 30%. Again, you could make videos and post them on Twitter, but when it comes to actual engagement and user-based retention, again, you want to do it on a live stream because you can build more trust with people in that way, which is going to help you retain that liquidity or that person or that user over time better than any kind of pre-recorded video. This number is expected to grow, and it has over the next couple of years, especially now with the new leadership change and the developmental changes for the Twitter or X platform. That's my breakdown of like how this is actually going to return value to the Atom Hub. Sure, they funded Cryptocito. Great. He does pre-recorded content. He also does live content as well. You also need to be funding not just one, but multiple fronts, multiple consistent content creators that are out there when it comes to brand or marketing, right? Or brand or trying to get brand recognition or brand retention. You need to be all over the place. It's all about impressions, right? It's all about impressions. You can't just say, I put up a billboard That was my best effort. What if like 90% of your users don't use that road? They'll never see that billboard. What if they just don't like that billboard or that town that you put that billboard in? Same thing is like some people don't like certain content creators, right? You can't just say, I put all my eggs in one basket and that's a good job. That's not. It's not how marketing goes. The budget breakdown asks, describe how funds will be used. The funds will allow me to invest more time and effort into producing Cosmos ecosystem related content. It would also be used to invest into better hardware, software, which would also help produce better quality content. I'm just being real up with you guys. Um, it's hard out here for a pimp. Look, it's if you guys don't want to invest in the people that are investing time into you, like don't expect that user base to grow. If you're not trying to invest into your base, like with anything, expect those people to leave. You know what some of the biggest brands do? You know what some of the biggest brands do that are out there? This is like go and look at it. Like for people that are on DAOs and SIGs and grant like multi-sig wallets and stuff, and this is your guys' job. Please do some homework. You know what big companies like Nike and Adidas and Gatorade and all this stuff, not only are they using and sponsoring athletes and stuff like that, up and coming athletes and stuff like that. Obviously, like they're spokespeople for them, right? And they pay for marketing, they have big ads and stuff like that. But they also reinvest back into those communities of which those athletes, speakers, and promoters came from. They go out there and they spend money into their user base. So the demographic that buys the most Nike or Air Jordans or Yeezys or whatever it is, they actually take money, even though it's not going to, you know, directly right then and there sell more sneakers. They go and spend some of the money that they were able to actually accumulate and reinvest it back into the communities because they'll know that that's going to go a long, long way, right? So again, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like invest back into your base. All of you protocols, all of you people, all you core team members and stuff like that, you got to start reinvesting back into your base. You can't just be grabbing and running. Nobody's going to want to keep using your stuff. Same thing with what I'm saying right here. Invest back into your base. And anyway, that's what it's going to be for me. Like, right? If you guys, if the AADAO Accelerator DAO thinks that it's good and they see the work that I've done, maybe they'll start reinvesting. Maybe it's not just me. Maybe I'm just a stepping stone to somebody else gets reinvested into. I don't know, but I'm going to take my shot, right? And start try to spark change, thought processes, food for thought, things for people to digest. Hopefully it will benefit them for their future going forward. That's what I've always said, right? All of my content, that's all it is food for thought. Something that you can use to digest and hopefully help benefit you, whether you're trading, investing, or trying to do something with your life going forward. That's all it is. It's not financial advice. I will say though, here's one more thing. Let me actually make something absolutely clear. I'm asking for $20,000 for 3 months. $20,000 is a drop in the bucket. A drop in the bucket. Even if you go by the 2 videos or one on YouTube, one on Spaces each week, covering what's happening for the Cosmos Hub and the ecosystem after that, it's a drop in a bucket. $20,000 is nothing compared to what I've already done myself for this ecosystem. And also, I can tell you for a fact, and hopefully my friends don't mind me saying this, I have sparked more active users that I can literally verifiably confirm. This is those metrics, right? This is one of them that I actually can, though. I've sparked validators starting up on the Cosmos Hub. Our friends Crypto Dungeon are here because they have said to me, because of watching the videos that I've done, there's validators here that have brought hundreds of thousands of dollars to the ecosystem themselves and by their actions directly because of what I've done. So do you get a return back? You already have. I've already done it. By far, I've already earned my $20,000 ask. Furthermore, let me just tell you guys something as well. I'm not even done reading off the rest of the proposal. Nobody even knows what I'm going to do. You think I'm actually going to sell off all $20,000 or $20,000 worth of Atom that I get? Have I done that thus far? I lead by example. I show people by my actions and not just speak a lot of words like a lot of people like to do here. Nobody's even bothered to ask before they start coming at me with pitchforks about my request. Sure, sure, sure. Do it with other people because their actions can actually speak for them, right? My actions thus far, guys, I've done nothing but give. I've done nothing but take L's after L's after L's personally for myself, just for the benefit of the ecosystem, just for trying, right? Nobody even knows. What if I just staked the vast majority of it and all I did was use the staking rewards to kind of give me back some kind of incentive? What if I just took it and locked it up for a year? I've already proposed these kind of things in the past before. Nobody even bothered. Everybody just comes out and says, no, no, we shouldn't spend any more. Content creators, blah, 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 blah. Really? Because if it wasn't for CryptoCito, if it wasn't for Joe, if it wasn't for Don, if it wasn't for me, it wasn't for content creators, nobody would know shit about Cosmos. Let's just be real about it. Even the platforms don't have good viewer retention or streaming platforms, to be honest with you. All of them not monetized, not heavily watched. It's just a sad fact. So kill that noise. Anyway, let me go into a couple more things real quickly. I know nobody's really watching because I'm ranting right now. Have I ever received any grants or any kind of up from a VC funding in any kind of entity in any kind of way? Nope, I haven't. Do I wish to submit supporting documents? No. Please provide any other. I've already done it. And again, where was I referred by? CryptoCito and AADAO both have come out publicly on their platforms and asked people to apply. And so I did. So I just want to share with everybody, that's where I'm coming from right now. What do you guys want me to do? What do you guys, for all you people that are out there trying to throw pitchforks at me, burn my house down, and all this other stuff, obviously using theoretical like means of what I'm saying. I'm just saying, right? But like, look. Let me share with you guys. Let me share with you guys my profile. Let me share with you guys my profile, okay? Let me share with you guys real quick. Because this is like, I got thick skin and it actually kind of makes me laugh. But like it's annoying when people come out there and try to fudge you to death when they know absolutely dog shit nothing. Right? Like, look. This is in response to, and some of you guys it was like, I appreciate you guys' feedback and stuff like that. But like some people just need hugs. Like, what do I want to fund? Do you not understand how business works? And then we have people like, by the way, I think TerraSpace is an entity that should find funding somehow, some way. Definitely good people there. What's up, Finn? But yeah, like Kat, I know you've been a long time follower of many people. I'm not trying to come at you or anything like that. But it's like I always said, I don't understand. I just don't understand it. I don't support any new spending. You guys understand to operate, we need to spend, right? Like we can't just keep going that we can't spend. No new spending whatsoever. Guys, we got to spend. But we got to spend wisely and conservatively. And we got to spend with the people that it makes most sense with, right? There's a lot of you guys that had a lot of good like responses, and I appreciate all of you guys. But then there's people here as well that just went on. I think they actually did. Did you, whoever that was? No, they didn't. It's this gentleman right here. Oh no, yeah, no, it's this guy. This guy right here, Mr. Tom. This guy just needs a hug. Says shit, conspiracy theories, negativity, his own pockets. You didn't know nothing of what you're talking about. And this guy just goes on and on and on and on and on. Obviously, just a negative Nancy. But please, just do some homework. That's all I'm saying. Just do some homework before you make yourself out to look something that you're probably not going to want to look like. But in any case, guys, that's all I want to say for today. I'm sorry. It's just more of a rant session today. Be safe out there. Take profits while profits are there to be taken. And hug thy neighbor. Shut down all that negativity. Man, maybe I'll do a space. Or maybe people just don't care. I get it. But Cosmos ecosystem, I'm here for it. AADAO Accelerator DAO, I'm here for it for sure. I hope that you guys see the benefit in supporting content creators. Um, I hope to get to talk to you guys, honestly, as well. With that being said, cheers to all of you guys. Happy Labor Day. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank for anybody that watched this later and everybody that did stop by. Peace. Mm. I had to finish it though. I had to finish it though.